Hi everyone, my name is Matthew Kenslow and I'm the royalty published author to an award-winning book. I am an Eagle Scout equivalent. I earned an Associate of Science degree in Chemistry, a Bachelor of Science degree in Biochemistry, a full math credential, and am working on a Master's in Art and Education. I'm currently employed as a substitute teacher, often called by hundreds of students the best sub, and usually beg to come back the next day. I enjoy juggling and playing piano and putting a smile on people's faces and spreading kindness. And I'm a social media influencer with my highest following being Instagram of 1 million followers, as well as YouTube of 80,000 subscribers and TikTok with 40,000 followers. But there's one thing I didn't say yet. I have autism spectrum disorder. Yes, people with autism can do anything that they set their heart and mind to, and that's what I'm making it my life to prove to the world and to encourage everyone in the world that we can do whatever we set our heart and mind to do. In fact, anyone could do that, disability or not. But there's a lot of people out there who still hate and discriminate us who have autism, which is why I am making it my life to spread kindness and positivity, to get books published, and to go on social media, as well as speaking on the news and on radio. I've been on Spectrum News OC, I've been in Newsweek Magazine, ABC7, Insider Digital Journal, E27 Your Tango, Authority Magazine, iHeartRadio, SiriusXM Radio, and the list of dozens and dozens of websites go on. And my hope from the bottom of my heart is to make a contribution and speak to everybody on the planet, encouraging all 8 billion people that they do have a purpose. And speaking to a few people scattered around the world, you also have a purpose, but your purpose is not to bully and discriminate people who have disabilities, or rather different abilities to live life. I've never allowed autism to have the prerogative to stop me or slow me down. I believe that autism has given me a different lens with which to view the world. Sure, I have to come to terms with my limitations, but I deal with them, and I am encouraging other people to not let the disability stop them and to believe in themselves. I believe that once this world finally puts aside their differences and the competitions and come together, that is what's going to create relative world peace. The reason why I'm adamant about this is because I've had a great share of discrimination since kindergarten, being told by fellow kindergarteners, "Go away, Matthew, you're not a friend," and later having a handball checked at my face and called names and such. But as I grew older, thanks to social awkwardness, I guess, I still get discriminated on a daily basis every time that I walk out. So having autism means that you're an easy target for teasing, bullying, and discrimination. And in the past decade alone, especially in the past few years, I have been stared at, cussed at, laughed at, followed by a vehicle, gone near run for my life in 2021, almost brutally beaten with a skateboarder last year. I have been begged not to have children a number of times because I'm autistic, thereby being weird according to them. I've had my share of internet trolls, and I have been ran away from by people, which has happened a couple of times. I've been stared at with the most devilish looking eyes that still haunts me to this day, by a person who was staring me down yards away to make sure that I won't run over an attack. So on a daily basis, there's usually a few people throughout the neighborhood who think that I should not belong here, either in this county, this country, or this planet, and they make me feel like I'm viewed as a dangerous criminal or alien or some wild animal on the side of the world that belongs in a steel cage at a zoo. And for having such status in society, I've been carrying a body cam for the past 3 years, and this is what I have recorded. I just ask that you please believe me when I say this. That was only 1% of what I've endured. And the reason why I was on ABC7 News a couple of weeks ago was because the CDC just announced that the prevalence of autism in 8-year-olds is now 1 to 36. And so they were just asking my take on it, and she said that they'll do a feature story at the end of this month or early next month. I literally care nothing more but to make a difference in many people's lives, whether I'm a substitute teacher, a youth minister intern, a Royal Rangers commander, a musician, a social media influencer, or on the news or radio or news articles or magazines. All I care about is just to lay my life down to make a difference for 8 billion people and have everyone realize that disability or not, anybody could do whatever they set their heart and mind to do, treat others, people with kindness and respect, and I would never give up on that. I've never allowed autism to slow me down or to stop me. And if I could do all the things that I could do with autism, with a disability, quote unquote, then certainly what is your excuse? If I could do the things I could do, so can you, plus more. I fully empathize and understand when life gets in the way and when it seems like things may be impossible. And believe me, it's not impossible, and sometimes we have to learn to go through things instead of trying to go around them, and like coming to terms with your limitations like I have. So I want to make this annual video. I started doing this back in 2018, and I have since produced like over 100 autism awareness and acceptance videos. You can watch several of them in this playlist. I'll link it in the card above or in the description below. Feel free to ask any questions, and if there's only one thing that I could ask if you've made it this far, number one, a big thank you for doing so, and two, if you feel led, could you perhaps consider maybe like, I don't want to say like give a follow or something if you don't want to. If you want to share this video or my channel or other social media accounts to other people who may be encouraged by it. I mean, the reason I'm on social media is to explain autism from a first-hand experience, but also I like sharing my hobbies, from plane spotting to fire buffing and all in between, and my adventures in substitute teaching and when I was a student teacher and everything. And I just hope that it's all an encouragement, and I know that a lot of the other content, such as my hobbies like piano playing and plane spotting and such, might seem random in the midst of having a channel with a lot of autism awareness and acceptance. But the message behind all the other videos is to show the world that I have autism, and these are my hobbies that I decided not to give up on. I chose to live this life and to continue living this life because I know that I have a purpose and a calling when it seems like a vast majority of people, either on the internet or especially out in the neighborhood here and there, haven't yet seemed to realize that we're human beings and not aliens, basically. And that's why I'm making it my life to educate them and to encourage the neurodivergent like me that they have a purpose, and to hopefully encourage the neurotypical that this is autism and here are ways that you could help people who are neurodivergent or different, because they have a different ability to live life and a different lens to see the world. So it really goes out of my comfort zone because I've never done a call to action, and I kind of relied on Google advertisements like YouTube ads, Meta ads for Facebook and Instagram and such, PR campaigns and everything, and I'm thankful for what that's done, but I really want to communicate to even more people, and with PR there's no guarantees. But that's why for the first time in nearly 5.5 years of having this channel, I'm really uncomfortable doing this, and I have done something like this in the past for special reasons. I think this is a special reason. I don't want to be viewed as a celebrity or a famous person, but I rather want to be viewed as a benefactor, a person who has helped, encourage, and motivated the people in this world. And I would literally give and donate my life to make that happen, so that the entire world would understand each other and show kindness to each other. As I've said in a previous YouTube video last year, something I came up with, it takes so many people and so much time and intelligence to do something like cure a cancer or build a skyscraper or whatever, but it doesn't take any time to decide to be nice. And I don't know, I just came up with that on a walk last year. And sure, it's great for people to come together for a cause like curing cancer or building something or coming up with strategies on how to teach the next generation. But all I'm trying to say is that takes time, but it doesn't take any time to decide to be nice. So with all an insane amount of nervousness to give that call to action, here's the secondary smaller call to action on the local level, is that if you happen to be where I am, like in Orange County, California, or perhaps any of the surrounding counties, I am willing to volunteer at my expense to do assemblies at schools, all school assemblies, public and private schools, churches and such, everywhere that I possibly can. And I juggle, and I give my juggling analogy about not giving up, and my science demo analogy about not bottling things up inside and learning to release your feelings to people that you trust. And I have done so. I've juggled at VBSs and other church events. I've been to public elementary schools such as California Elementary and Chaparral Elementary, that of of which I'll link a video in the card above if you're interested about that very fun day. They were doing an ability awareness, and I came and juggled and spoke. And I was told that I've changed a lot of lives that day at that place alone, and I've juggled in front of, they estimated, like 425 students within 16 classes. So I did like 16 performances. Next time they said that I would just be the main speaker. But I'm not personally asking to be paid for this. I just want to make a difference, and I've literally been fighting for years and years and years and years and years for this. I'm getting a little hopeful, but at the same time, it's like I'm not being asked as often. I will be at College Park Elementary in Irvine Unified School District according to what's currently planned, and I'll do an assembly and make a difference there. And overall, I hope that I continue to receive testimonials that I've literally changed lives like I have been told in the past. Because again, what matters to me in my heart is that people grow up encouraged and motivated, and that they know that they have a purpose and a calling, that people with disabilities do not feel left out, but rather feel included. So I'm a proponent of inclusion. Therefore, if you happen to live or have contacts in the OC area especially, and perhaps like surrounding counties, can you at least consider like sending this video and my contact information? If you click on this channel, I'm sure that you'll find my email address, or of course just comment down below. I would be more than happy to come and be an encouragement to all the students or all the congregants, whether it's a school, a church, public or private. And by everyone coming together, we could help this entire world understand that there is diversity and that people belong. Everybody has a purpose on this planet. And then lastly, if you by any chance have any connections to news, newspapers, magazines, blogs, or websites, I do have PR campaigns, and yes, they're I'd say costly, but again, there's no guarantees with PR, and I feel that things are going slow, and I'm seeing there's a big need out there, and it's really been depressing to see all the sadness in the world and everything. And I empathize with them. And so if you feel led and know some producers or editors or anybody like that, then perhaps you could be willing to let them know about me and what I am willing to do. And so thank you very much for watching, and overall, whatever happens, wherever I end up being, if there's one thing that I passionately want to reiterate, is that you could do whatever you set your heart and mind to do, disability or not. Have a great day, everybody.